Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is your stock watch list for Thursday, the 28th of June. Let's go ahead and get into some of the news that came out after the bell tonight. ZFGN announced a offering, so ZFGN was down a tad in the after hours. VBLT had some news after the bell. That stock not having much reaction in the after hours, announces closing of 15.5 million registered direct offering for VBLT. Next up, we had KURA had an offering also. KURA, an offering after the bell tonight. PIR, Pier 1 Imports, had earnings after the bell, a stock selling off. Not Best Buy, but Bed Bath & Beyond had earnings after the bell. They beat by a penny. Stock trading off on that earnings report. Jazz Pharmaceuticals had some news. FDA news. Nothing much going on with the stock. Announces FDA acceptance of supplemental new drug application. All right, so Jazz, but not much action. PRGS second quarter results exceed guidance. So PRGS. That stock ticking up a little bit in the after hours tonight, but not a lot of volume in it. But PRGS exceeding the second quarter results, so might keep that one on watch for tomorrow. See if gets any traction. All right, so PRGS. Just adding it to my list now that I saw that news. Let's see, what else do we have after the bell? Lilly had some positive news there, LLY, but not much reaction in the after hours. Edge was moving up on that phase 3 news. EDGE after hours stock moved up. But giving it all right back in the after hours on EDGE. Announces update results from phase 3. All right, so that was on Edge. Let's see, what else do we have? XON proposed offering of convertible notes. So XON stock moving down in the after hours. IZEA also an offering here too for IZEA. Let's see, stock actually trading up in the after hours a little bit here. Not a lot of volume though on IZEA. And then CMG. They plan on closing some restaurants. So Chipotle CMG to close 55 to 65 restaurants as part of the restructuring. And then NG Nova Gold had earnings come out after the bell. NG, that stock, not much happening with Nova Gold. Apple, some news out for Apple. Streaming a bundle for TV, music, and news. So some news out there. Let's see if that's affecting Netflix at all. Netflix was moving down into the close, but not really affected by this streaming bundle for TV, music, and news from Apple after the bell that came out. Once again, this news courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the intraday action in the markets today. So today, we had some more China tariff news, and the market was gapping down. When I woke up this morning, the futures were down on the Dow about 150 points or so, and the market was gapping down. And then at around, I think it was right here at around 10 minutes to 8, there was a blurb out from President Trump that he was going to kind of ease off on the pedal for China, and that got the ball rolling. So we got this nice recovery in the pre-market, and then it just carried through. You see this big move up in the market, and then more information started coming out about what President Trump had said. And then around, I guess it was around, let's see, what time was that? 10:45, yeah, about 10:45 a.m. Eastern time, the market starts to reverse back down. But as you see, we get another pop up, moves the market back up, and then finally more information about tariffs was coming out. So about 20 minutes after 12, the market decides that it's going to start just selling straight down at about 20 minutes after 12, and it just couldn't recover. And as you see, we closed here at the lows, right? A little bit of a bounce in the after hours, but really not that much. So that was the SPY today. And then this is how it looks in the on the daily for the candles. Let me get some of these lines out of your way. All right, and you can see it better. So basically now we closed below the 50 SMA, threatening to break or break this 100 SMA, and we are below that 270 area. If you've been watching my videos, been talking about it, which is equal to the 2700 spot on the SPX cash. So now we're starting to think, if we break the lows from Monday, that 269.10, which is possible. We are not too far away from it. We could do a retest of the 200. Now we do have a jumping spot right here. The low back on Tuesday, the 29th of May, was at 267.76. So at some point, if we get close to this number, folks will be watching that area for a possible bounce point on the SPY. So we'll see. So that number is 267.76. It was the low from May 29th. All right, so keep that in mind. And if that breaks, maybe we get a test of the 200 SMA, which is currently, now moving averages are always moving. So we'll say the range is about 266 to 266.50 in that area. All right, so that's where the 200 SMA is for the SPY. But not a very great good day for the bulls. After you got slammed down here on Monday, okay, you recover, but a very indecisive candle here, and then now you take another hit, a nice reversal hit here after being up, and then you reverse red. So that's a kind of a warning there. So we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. Right now, it's about 20 minutes after 7 my time. It's still early in the evening, but the futures, the Dow futures are up 29, basically flat, but they are not red at the moment. Nasdaq futures up about 14 points. S&P futures up about 3 for the futures. All right. So that's kind of what happened with the markets. Listen, if you have nothing going on tomorrow and you'd like to try my chat room, my email address is going to be in the description box down below this video. It's zozostockwatchinc @gmail.com, and it'll be down in the description box. If you want to reach out to me, we can send you the instructions on how to get into the free chat. Tomorrow is the last day, Thursday, so if you want to come by and say hi, or just see what we do, we'd be glad to have you. All right, so as far as the watch list now for tomorrow, I'm not going to have too many on watch because we have to see how we're going to open up and play it by ear. But I'll give you some stuff that I might be watching. Now, Cara had a big move up this morning on some positive news, popped all the way up to $23 and then pulled all the way back to 18. So I'll be watching Cara tomorrow. You see that big volume that came into it. We'll see how it sets up on an intraday chart. Cassie actually held up pretty well. CASI Pharmaceuticals for the day, broke back above the 50 SMA. We had a high today of 725. So if we can clear that 725 spot, we might get a continuation move in Cassie. Now there was a lot of these little oils moving up. CEI getting some nice volume in the after hours. It's trading, got up about to 0.55 on CEI, so that'll be on watch. Edge, like I said, there was that news after the bell. It popped up, it pulled back, so not too crazy about that one, but we'll see. A lot of oil stocks, like I said, the small ones were moving up, but also was FCX. Now my chart says that it's a copper stock, but it also has a position in oil too on Freeport-McMoRan. It has that 17 number up ahead, so I'll keep an eye on this one if they want to reverse it back up. Galt, we got a very nice trade in Galt today, and I love the teamwork in our room, and I'm going to show you an example of that right now. So today, each day in my service, we start out at 8:45 in the morning, and I start going through stocks and see what things are moving and what stocks I like, and I start filling the room. And Joe says, "Hey, Galt, what's your opinion on it?" Right? And this was when the market was open. We had already spoken about it. Galt was getting a little bit of buying in the pre-market. So I took a look at Galt and I called it over 705 with a 685 stop. All right, everything is time stamped in the room, and basically this is what Galt did right over this 705 number. Now I was looking at a 2-minute chart when I traded this, but it's a 5-minute chart you're looking at right now. The stock went from 705 and it moved all the way up past to almost 750 per share. So that was one of the trades that we did today. Another trade that we did in the service today actually was one of our first trades of the day was on XBI this morning, and you can see here it's time stamped 9:35. XBIO called over the microphone, alerted in the room over 605. So basically, here's the trade. When it gets, it was pushing down. I said if it gets back over 605, watch this one, and the stock pushed all the way up to $7.21. So a $1 gainer. Never came back at us. This stock went straight up and in a flash, and so a quick almost $1 gain on XBIO. Another stock that we called in the service was CLDC. CLDC. We called it at 9:51 a.m. CLDC over the microphone, typed in the room, $6.15. Was the trigger price, and the stop was 580. Now, I don't just give alerts. I'm explaining what I see during the trade, after the trade. It's not like I just alerted and, I don't explain what I'm looking at. So this was a CLDC. So right here, CLDC clears $6.15, and this one took off straight up after the trigger, went all the way up to $7.62 on CLDC. So that was another $1 gainer on this trade right here. So a few very nice trades, one on Galt, another one on XBIO and CLDC this morning, and that was all before 10 o'clock in the morning today. So a really nice day. As far as some other things that I'm watching for tomorrow, I'll be watching this PRGS to see if it has any kind of move that it wants to make. PRGS. Another one I'll be watching is RIBT, Packaged Foods. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but ConAgra bought out PF, Pinnacle Foods. So that stock popped up. ConAgra bought them out. And so maybe, I don't know if it's going to happen, but this RIBT Packaged Foods was getting a lot of expanded volume today, RIBT, so nice move up there. So we'll have that on watch. SAEX will be another name that I'm watching for tomorrow, another small oil name. That looks interesting. Seadrill also was getting some volume today. SDRL, another small pop there. Now, this all came about because PED is an oil name, a small oil name. It was about 50-cent stock, 30-cent stock. It popped all the way up to 275 today, but also in the after hours, it's still pushing higher. It's at $3, and there you go, 45 cents in PED. So that moved a lot of these smaller names. Yuma was getting some buying. Look at this massive volume that came into Yuma today. Stock went from about the low of 37 cents all the way up to almost 75 cents. So this one will be on watch tomorrow. TTI is another small oil and gas name. TTI, it's an under $5 name, so I'll be watching that one. TGC is another oil and gas name, small one, under $1 name. You see that big move there, 1.1 million shares, so TGC might be in play tomorrow. SSW, I don't know if you folks have been watching my videos, but if you had, You know that we were on this one and it broke out over $9 and now pushing at 9.51. So it's a shipper, nice relative strength on a day like today. Rig had a really nice day. Rig, RIG, big push up on RIG. That'll be on watch. GBR is another one of these small little oil names, so keep an eye on that. GST didn't do much today. GST, oil, gas, exploration, but maybe the potential to do something. It's a 55-cent stock, so maybe they get this one going tomorrow on GST. Another one, I don't know, did I mention No, I don't think I mentioned this one. HUSA, HUSA. Look at the expanding volume here, 4.7 million shares from 25 cents. Stock jumped up to about 34 cents. And after hours holding the gains. So maybe this one might be in play tomorrow also, HUSA. All right, so that's the watch list for tomorrow. Some smaller names in there, and I'll see what comes up on my trade ideas scans and also from the trade exchange news, stocks in play from news or from scans, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody. So if you'd like to have an entry into the room, email me sometime before 8 o'clock tomorrow so we can get you in the room. It's Zozo Stockwatch, INC at gmail.com. All right. And I'll put the email down in the description box for you also. All right. Have a very nice evening, everybody. Thanks so much for the support of the channel. I hope you had a very good day trading and hope to see you in the service tomorrow if you're interested. All right. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com.